All people want to be happy, want to be free, but they have no idea what it means. Being free means being without. To be without. Every single thing has to go, has to be left. Every single thing that makes you you has to disappear. Not only your life itself, the body and the mind, and your form and your habits, but the things you have as opinion in your mind. Your mind must be empty, even empty of wanting to be free, because that's still you. I want freedom, that's still I that wants. And your family, look, the children. That your children, daughter, other daughter, granddaughter, there, the guru himself that teaches you to become free, all that has to be left behind. So that means when you say, I want to be free, you have no idea what you want. It's really stepping out. And can you imagine you have to prepare yourself to see the faces of your children and look them in the eyes for the last time and see their pain because they feel the loss. You will be gone. After the moment of saying goodbye, you are out. You are no more. It means it's the same, but now you are aware of it. It's the same as when you fall in a deep sleep. Then you leave everything behind. Yourself, your mind, your body, your heartbeat. You don't know there is a heart beating. All the things that you have experienced in your life, your childhood, your mother, your father, going to school, the fear of not being good enough, all the anxiousness and the joy by going with a friend somewhere, and all that is being left behind. And then your children, going to bring them to school, and then your parents see them die. All that is left behind when you fall in a deep sleep, but you do it with pleasure because you have no idea that it happens. But it is like that. Some people die in the sleep. And you can say, oh, I would like that. Yeah. My grandmother died in her sleep. She was 98. And she said, I'm over the bridge. Gone she was. That's a good way. But she left all behind. If you would have said to her at that moment, Granny, you will go now and you leave all behind, all your children, your family, all that you own. Maybe she would have had a fear. I don't know, when you are that old. But really, imagine to see your children's faces for the last time. And you will wonder what will become of them. How will it go? Will they be good? Will they be unhappy? I will never know it. And then, gone you are. So at that moment when you think like that, you will return because your mind is still busy with the world. Even if you say, oh, I'm so happy that I don't need to go anywhere, I am finished all this, then you think of all this, the world, and you will come back. Only if you greet at the very moment that you leave. You say goodbye to the family, the children. Don't be sad, because that's an emotion that keeps you busy. Just think, I will meet my guru. I will meet God. I will merge in God. I will meet myself. And then, whew, you left the world behind even before you really are gone. At the very moment that you say, I am dying, I will see my master, my teacher, my God, my guru, myself. I will be in bliss, in Ananda. Whew, then you really will be in bliss and Ananda, because you left everything behind that could keep you here. But are you aware of that last moment, that you can do that? Then you have now already prepared yourself that it will come. That will not say that you have to go and sit in a cave and leave the world behind, like so many so-called wise men do. They didn't leave the world behind at all. They only wanted to leave it, but it didn't work. They still had their minds on the life and the surroundings, and the wantings to be free. Even wanting to be free has to be left behind. But that can only happen when you are free. Because when you want a new bicycle on your birthday, you cannot stop wanting it. You can only stop wanting a new bicycle on your birthday when you have it. That's an example. If you want to be free, there's the wish. And the wish is me. I am this wish. This body, this mind wants. And to overcome that, you have to reach it by insight. To meditate on the state of leaving this world. But not in a deep sleep when you know, I wake up in the morning and I will go there and there with I will do that. Tomorrow I will do that. That's not leaving the world. Dying, really dying. Then you really leave this world. Can you imagine that? Are you still eager to go? Then you are liberated. If you really know what you will do, leave your loved ones behind and preparing to go, then you are liberated. Because now you feel it, you experience it. Although this is only a dream imagination, the experiences and the feelings are so real that they keep you bound to the earth, the dream. The earth is the dream. And you fellow companions here, all in the dream. Your children, the family, yourself, all in the dream. But can you leave the dream behind? When you are aware it is a dream at the last moment, you are gone. But at the last moment, you feel and you see the faces of your children and grandchildren. And wow, I think that's a good lesson to be prepared, to prepare yourself to leave all. There will be nothing left. Your awareness, yes, your awareness, but there will be nothing to be aware of. And that's the bliss we long for. We will never get that bliss here on this earth, in this dream world. The bliss is inside us, and we project it on others, on the close by family, your loved children. You love them because you project your love on them. And that's what happens, and we are not aware. Really, really go. Let go. Let go. The bliss is rising in my body. The bliss is vibrating on the skull of my... Let go, let go, let go. Let go of me. Let go of them. Let go of all. Let go of this dream. Let go of this body. Let go of this mind. Are you ready? When you feel a little bit of bliss, you would jump. Baba says you will explode when you really go. Your body couldn't stand it. That bliss, that Ananda, Satchit Ananda. But you can have that bliss here on the earth, but not from the earth, but you can have it on the earth. Right now, right here, it is. It is. I feel the vibration. Zoom, zoom, zoom. This is not personal. Person can never get this. This is a divine being. My goodness, prepare yourself for the greatest happiness. You have it in you now at this moment. Feel it. Concentrate on it. Don't go out on the market buying new shirts or look for a new car in the shop, and if your friends call for going, say no, I have no time. I must find myself. I will go inside. It will pay. It will pay. Happy, happy, happy. Bliss. You might say that I am down and depressed by speaking like this. No, it is the realization that this body has been a tool to bring this soul home. And when I speak of saying goodbye, that's not sad. It is the reality, because when you realize who you are energy, you are awareness, then you can see, indeed, you can see the body, the tool, the vehicle, laying there. But don't stay there. Go on to the light. Flash. You will be home in the real self. So it seems for the person and for the ego that is afraid to die, it seems down and negative and I am depressed. No, this is the reality, and we have had this billions of times, that dying moment, but we were not aware. And now when you realized what you are and who it is that knows all this, then you see that tool laying there, and you could feel pity for the children. They may be not aware, but maybe they are. It depends on the growth of their soul. But anyway, the moment you close your eyes, go on and see your creator. Then you will merge in that great energy that made you appear in this form. You go back in that energy, and no more form is needed for you to travel in a body. So it is really goodbye. It is good to say goodbye for you, and the children will follow their road, the family, because they too shall reach that moment. Everyone born on this earth will be freed of that birth. And it depends if they are aware of this reality, this knowledge, whether it goes sooner or later. But everybody will reach the source, the creator, from where they started. They will return to the beginning of being, and beyond that, the free state. There's nothing there, and you may enter that blissful field of being. You can reach it here on earth. And when you die, when the body is gone, there's nothing more that hinders you. No more pains in the knees and the neck and the troubles of the family. Nothing will hinder you. And that's, you earned it by going in those adventure and those experiences to free yourself and remain where you belong. So it's not negative, it's not depressed, it's the reality that you know who you are. And that's all. That's why all was here. All the experiences in this earthly form, this dream. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't be afraid of leaving the things behind, because that what makes you happy is not really that what makes you happy. It is just pointing to the happiness inside, and that you you will never leave behind. It will only be more, because there's nothing that distracts the attention from it. You think you are happy for your granddaughter coming and playing and making pleasure, joy, and laughing, and you say, oh, she's so cute, I love her so much. Yeah, of course, it is love, but it is not that which makes you happy. It is that it touches the happiness. So in fact, you cannot leave anything behind, because all is love, all is that pleasure, because there's nothing that takes it away. Yeah, and really, for you, it's not so hard to leave it behind, but because they still continue in life to do their things, for them it's tough. If they love you and you love them and they see you go, then they have a time of hardship, maybe, probably, but that will pass, because all of us have left our grandparents, parents. When you are of a certain age, you know it will pass. You go on with your life and it will pass. So for them it's not very, very, very hard. And all of them will be taken care of. Like the God took care of you and takes care of you, He takes care of them also. So you really can leave it. But the mind could make it difficult if you don't understand how it works. If you say, oh, my poor children, they will be left alone when I'm gone. Who will take care of them? I will not see them anymore. And then that sadness, that makes you come back in another body, but not with them, with another family. So whatever happens, you have to leave it behind. So that's, you are all this, but you are not aware. There's only this oneness, this love. So yes, are you ready to leave this when you want to be free and you leave everything behind? Are you ready? Yes. When you understand really what's happening, yes, you are ready. It's all a game of consciousness, of awareness, being aware what is going on. And then on top of that, when you do understand, there is this wisdom, it is only a dream. It is all my own real self playing that role. Now you are really happy and really ready to leave. But it's not the time yet. So that's okay. Live with your wisdom in a happy life. That's all. Have you ever experienced the silence of not wanting? Then you experience your reality. There is no I. There's only being. That's peace. Bliss. Bliss of not wanting. Bliss of not waiting for. Bliss of not trying to reach. You are that what you try to reach. But the trying itself makes it unreachable. Feel the bliss of not wanting. It's the eternal bliss. Eternal bliss of not wanting. This peace that is felt is not felt by you, but by the peace itself inside. It has nothing to do with you, with the form of the body. The body was only there to reach that silence. When you feel the silence, there is no one. You can see yourself, your body, your mind is thinking, your body is feeling. Has nothing to do with the peace that is experienced when you are silent. You gone in silence. All that you wanted is merged in silence. My goodness, you taste a little bit of your eternal bliss. Oh my goodness, what will it be when the body is gone? When the mind is gone? That's what's about. To not expect, not wait for, not trying to reach what you have. Silly, huh? To try to reach what you have. It's like searching for a book. Where did I leave it? I know I have it. I must search. Okay, that's in the material world. But what you have is not being found. Nowhere. It is. It is this. It is this happiness. You are that. If you don't want it, it's there, fully there for you. Be happy. It is yours without you. That's a funny game. It is a funny game to search for what you have and what you are. Your mind says you lost it, but your mind is the big liar. You never lost it. Mind only wants you to chase over the world and experience the pain and the misery. then the mind is there. Mind is misery. Don't listen to it. You have your bliss now here. It is what you are. You cannot lose it. Even if you go in the world with your mind, the bliss is there with you, but you don't see it because your eyes are pointed to the bliss somewhere around. Oh, it must be there, maybe over the horizon. I will run, I will rush. That's mind. It chases you over the rocks and the stones and the abyss of what in the world is there for you. Pain and all that suffering. Don't listen. Problems are only in your mind. And the mind, the thoughts are always only in your mind. Mind, thoughts, problems. Leave it. You have nothing to do with it. What you are is not what you think you are. What you are is this bliss that the mind and the thoughts make you run for. Go after it and lose it. If you go after your peace, you lose your peace. Well, we know it and still we go. That's because we listen to the mind. We believe the mind and we don't believe the peace inside. The peace is the goodness, the God, the truth, the being. That's what you are. That's what you are. You cannot lose it if you don't let it go. Happy, happy, happy. Now, here. The mind belongs to Maya. Yeah. And we have all day long Maya in our mind. Mind is Maya. And we are not that. How to get free of this mind? Poof. By feeling the hurtings that it brings you, something changes. Something inside is turning to not wanting to follow the mind. That's to say, not wanting to be hurt. Not hurt, but hurt. Also hurt, but everybody wants to be heard because we feel ourselves so important. Mind thinks it's important and everybody should hear that. But all the others that hear it with their minds. And then there is this communication of Maya. Maya communication of the mind. And all the time we, poor souls, are homeless. That's to say, we are lost in that world of Maya. Yeah, what can you do? Feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. Feel the pain, feel the hurting, feel the separation. And that feeling will turn the awareness to the inner self. Consciousness will turn inside. Sometimes a flash and it goes out again. And then by concentrating on that going out, it stays a bit longer inside. And huppakee, oh, it happened again. I did it again. I was in Maya. But something sees it. It is aware that you go in Maya. Okay. Give that attention, the awareness. Awareness is aware that you go into Maya. And don't bother about what it is or what it says. Just stay on awareness. Then awareness will not be lost in Maya mind, But awareness will stay free of all that, and it will see awareness. Being aware of being aware. That's the only thing that makes you feel good, really good. See that you disappear in the Maya mind. Turn back, see that it happens again. Turn back again. And so it is the dualistic side, the dance of Shiva. One leg in the reality and the other leg in the world. Dance, dance, play your drum, but be aware. Stay in the awareness of the dance. Then you can enjoy the dance, but you enjoy even more the empty awareness, the being aware of the awareness. That's the greatest bliss, not to be lost in the Maya, in the world of illusion. It's illusion. We spent so many ages and eons in illusion. Oh my goodness. That hurts. There is your pain. Being lost in the Maya. Stay aware. That will make it turn the different side. That will help. Don't listen to other people that talk about their being lost in Maya, but they are not aware they are lost. They come at your house, they tell you about what they have seen and heard and what experiences they had, and you know they are all in their Maya lost. But they want you to listen. So I pushed away all visitors coming to me. They pull me in their Maya. And when I talk about it, yes, but, and there is the explanation why it is happening. It's also Maya. And they continue their Maya journey. So bye-bye, have a good journey. I've got enough of it. So, me returning in my freedom. You can say it is also free to be in the Maya. Of course, when you are aware of it, when you know that you are in it, you can enjoy it, and that's your freedom. But when you don't know about it, you are lost. So you can enjoy the game when you know it's a game. But when you disappear in the game, you cannot come out. So then it starts to hurt, and the pain will bring you back to the self. That what is. That thou art. Tat tvam asi. Aware of awareness. That's the free state, emptiness, being empty of Maya. Bye-bye Maya, bye-bye everybody in Maya. Have a good Maya journey. You will come out once, ever. But don't pull me in your Maya, no more. Finish. I have my own journey back to my free state. Happy, happy, happy to be free of all. Oh, what a bliss. Happiness. It seems that everything you do in a day is useless. It's useless for that which is formless, the reality, the movingless state. But it is not useless for the form that is in creation to find its way back to the silent source. When you are aware that you are not this moving tool of awareness, you are the tool of awareness to find out that you are awareness and not what is seen. Then, when you are aware that you are this product, this tool, you still start moving in the day and you know it has no use. You might as well sit still all the time. But inside there is something that makes you get up and do your things, as long as this life takes. But there is this feeling to get it finished, to the feeling of not wanting anymore to go in this illusion. Why should you? You have learned it is illusion, and why should you do the moves when you know it will not, you will not get anything out of it to help you be free? Because all that you did took you imprisoned to the result of what you have done. And now you see that it's just illusion, Maya. You like to stop doing that. But you are in between the two states, the reality, that's the silence, and the moving illusion, the Maya. So you are in between. You know that it's useless, but still you go on. That's what is happening. You are born and you will die, the body. And in the meantime, you move, you act. It comes inside to act, and then you act it. It's not your doing. But your knowing inside says, what's the use of doing it? Is this the ego or the reality? What says, what's the use? When you see it as an ego, then that there is no use, then the ego wants a result. It wants something out of the moves that it makes, and it wants results. So that's not good to see it as ego. But if you see it from the reality side, that you still go on moving, then you say, okay, it's not my moves, it's not my doing, I see it happening. I see that person there doing things, and I am aware of that person doing things, but she's or he is still in the Maya state. When she wants something out of the move, she waits for result, and that's not good. That is the Maya. Maya wants result of Maya. But you know better. You know that you cannot help it when you stand up and do things. It is not you doing, it is just reaction on circumstances. When you are thirsty, you go and drink. That's normal. You could say, oh, it's only Maya, I don't get up. But even that is also Maya. So just live your life till it ends. That's to say, the body life. And in the meantime, your awareness will settle in its source. Seeing you going up or not going up, and doing things or not doing things, it is the awareness that counts. It's not about that figure over there in that world. The figure is Maya and the world is Maya, but it brought awareness of its own empty source. And that's what's most important. So when you feel to get up, okay, do it. But it's not your doing, it's the movement of creation. You cannot help it. But you are aware. That's the most important thing. Stay aware. Not aware of what you do, but stay aware of being aware. That's emptiness. Being aware of the being aware. And now we are being aware of the person there in that house or wherever. And then there's an opinion. Why is this? Why is that? But being aware of being aware, there's no one having an opinion or whatever, because its awareness is now empty. That's the bliss. Do you feel it? Do you understand? With your really knowing inside, not with the mind. The mind is Maya, but with the reality of the knowing, of the understanding that there exists only emptiness. Emptiness, emptiness. In the meantime, the moves go on, but they don't give anything anymore. In fact, they are empty moves. See the emptiness in all the things that you do. They are floating in the empty awareness. Okay. Be happy, be happy. That's your real state, happiness. The only thing that exists, really, is consciousness. This is the most liberating knowledge. Only thing that exists is consciousness. Consciousness is not filled up with the dream. But when it is filled up with a dream, leave it as the dream, see it as the dream. You are yourself in consciousness, appearance in a dream of consciousness. You appear in your own dream. Okay. Everybody appears in my dream. Don't do anything with it. Then you are lost, then you are going into the dream. The consciousness is empty. It is empty of things, of appearances. Then it is awareness. And awareness is totally free of all. Be aware of awareness. And when awareness is filled up, it becomes consciousness. And consciousness can be filled with all kinds of appearances. For instance, you. You appear in consciousness, which appears in awareness. The awareness is the silent state, non-moving. And consciousness is the vibrating state. It's moving. It has content. And you are the content of consciousness, which appears in awareness. So you are so many steps away from what you are. And then on top of that, you disappear in the appearances of consciousness. Now you are so far lost from what you are. No wonder you feel miserable. You search for happiness in that which does not exist. Appearances are not real, they don't exist, they seem to be. So you want happiness from that what seems, appears. It's not, it's nothing. You want happiness from nothing. Well, if you stop all that wanting, you have happiness of nothing. But not of nothing that you have lost everything, but of nothing that never made anything up. That reality, that emptiness, you feel it? The emptiness before all this began. You were never born and you will never die because you are appearance in consciousness. Consciousness is appearing in awareness, and awareness is empty. So don't search for that what you are in all this misunderstanding, this misformed, illusionary play. It's not real, it's not existing. Don't search your happiness in non-existence. It is already non-existing what you are. But don't go in appearances of existence and then see it is not real. So you lose your happiness in that which is not real. Always back, come back, come back, come back. Don't go in the world, don't go in the dream state of the world, don't go in the appearances of the dream state, don't go in the consciousness of the appearance of the dream state. Stay empty. That's now here. This form is visible, yes. It's dream form, it's a tool, it's an appearance is in the mind, and the mind is a working tool of consciousness. The mind makes up a form, and the form thinks it is the reality and it wants to do everything. So stay in the beginning. Stay in the first thing that appears. That's consciousness. And don't go in content of the consciousness. Stay in the awareness, the emptiness. That's your bliss. It's hard because you will be attracted by the moving around, and you're curious, and how will this be, and oh, I want to see that. That will make you unhappy because you are lost in appearances. That never feels happy. It cannot feel good to be lost in something that doesn't exist. Poor you will be lost and abandoned. So come home, stay home. And then you can imagine whatever is, but you know it is imagination. That's all. Repeat it every day, every hour, and you will be free of all. You will not lose yourself again. It's not possible to lose yourself when you are stable and know what you are. That play can play on, that you are free, the free being. Beingness, awareness, happy, happy, happy. It seems horrible and boring to death if you would not do anything in the day. Yes, it is boring to the death. It has to make the ego die, that which wants all things. That's ego, and that has to die. And after that, hidden after this ego want, then you reach that state of bliss. It is not just like that, sitting in silence and being bored. No, this silence will bring you to that state of bliss. If you don't act, you don't lose what you really are. If you don't act, you are silent. And this silence is boring for the one who wants to act and to move and to get things done, to make pleasure. But if you stop that and you just sit, after a while, it will come. The bliss which is suppressed all the time deep inside now has the chance to come. It will not be there in a minute or in an hour or in a day or in a week. But as much time possible, let it come, because it is there. Do it. You will be so extremely happy by not doing things. You will be extremely happy by not having an ego that forces you to do things. That's what is behind the not acting. It's not to be bored. It is to give the bliss the opportunity to come forward. to appear, because all the time it was covered. I go do this, now I go that, I want to do have, blah, 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 I, and it's like a blanket, or it's concrete on what the bliss that is inside. So try, do it, it will work. You have been so many lives chasing for happiness, doing things, wanting, moving, acting, and it never brought you happiness. So now, sit still and don't act and don't move. Not thinking, I want this or I want to reach my happiness. That's also the ego. Ego wants. So stop thinking that you want to reach the bliss inside. That's also a cover. But it's better than going in the market and buy a new dress and shoes or so. That's silly. That's stupid. Wasted time. But sit still and try not to think or to act. And try to feel and experience the silence. The silence will burst open in bliss. Like the flower, boom, showing what it is, the beauty. The flower isn't waiting, oh, I will be beauty, I have to open so I will be beautiful. No, the flower just opens. And that flower inside you will be beautiful. It will make you extremely happy. And you have to spend your time not to the ego wants, but to the inner bliss. The inner self is the inner bliss. It will be difficult, but you will certainly reach it because it is already there. If your mind goes without walking with you and takes you out, you might repeat, I am, or maybe watch the breath, so hum. That will keep the mind at bay. It is a tool, so hum. But after a while, you need not do that anymore, because you will reach the silence where the breath starts and flows. So hum. So means God, and hum is the world. It means I am God, God in, the world out. Or it means I am that. So hum. Then you have something to put your attention to. It will help not to lose yourself in the world. Okay, good luck, you will reach it. If you invest your power in it, it will be there. It is there. Good luck, happy, happy. The mind doesn't want you to be silent. It doesn't let you do nothing. It will make you go and jump, and if not, it will be boring you. You will feel, is that all there is? But go on. You are the master of your mind. Don't let the mind master you. It's a stupid tool. It's only there to make you feel the untruth. The mind is not true, so you will follow the untruth. But the mind can bring you to your real self if you can turn it around inside. And that needs a bit of power. Do it and you will feel the bliss. And it will continue to feel bliss because it will grow. Don't let the mind be your boss. Master the mind, and you will be master of yourself. You will be realized. Realization means you are what you are. You are not that mind that takes you away in the illusion. Can you feel the bliss already? To not go in the illusion? My goodness. It's time to really arrive what you are, to experience what you are. It's time. It's been too long in the play of illusion, lost in the dream. We are now awakening to the reality of the self which is unmoving bliss, the state of bliss of Ananda. It's in you. Go for it. It's waiting. Are you aware? Do you realize that everything that happens only in a dream? It cannot happen anywhere else. No, all that is dream. So all that happens in the dream. In reality, nothing happens. Nothing is. Reality is a silence, unmoving reality. Nothing happens there. Nothing possible. So it imagines, it moves, and it dreams. It dreams all movements, all happenings. So whatever happens only in a dream. And whatever is touched in the dream can only touch the dream. It never touches you. You are not in that dream. You are that silent awareness. Okay. Whenever you feel there is some hurry, it is the dream that has hurry. It's not you. You see it. You see it happen. Whenever there is the feeling of going somewhere, it is the dream going somewhere. In the dream itself touches itself. Whenever there is the feeling of being harmed, it is the dream that feels being harmed. It is the dream itself. It has nothing to do with you. All that appears has nothing to do with you. You are a part of it. Not a part, but a part, separated. You are not that dream. No, of course not. You can see it. And even you dream it. Why? Because you know you are the silence. The silence that you are seems to make movements in a dream. And whatever is moved, it is the dream itself that moves. You are free of all that. You are the everlasting freedom, the witness, the awareness, the silence, seeing the movements. You are the observer. You see movements. Movements move. You don't move. It's just a dream, and a dream can only touch the dream itself. It will never touch you. You are untouchable, free of all existing dream forms, images. You can see this 1,000 times or feel it in one time. You feel you are not that dream. That's why the dream came. to make you aware that you are free of the dream. Like in the night. Can happen anything in a night dream, and you wake up in the morning and you take your breakfast with a cup of coffee. Nothing happened. Whatever took place in the dream, you were killed and you drowned and you lost everything and you fell out of a plane. All that happened, not to you. You were silent laying in the bed. And the dream is gone and you go downstairs in the day. But that too is a dream, because you can take it at a distance. You can see that the dream moves. Whatever is touched in the dream, it is the dream itself that is touched, not you. You are free. Happiness, happiness, happiness. I feel this body is not going to last very much longer, because it has done its work. It's passed the exam of University of the Universe. The body went into the universe to experience its reality. And it took a lot of bodies and a lot of lives, many, many, many forms, because the forms were all lost in the dream, thinking to get things done, to be for the self, to take care of the self. All those body forms did that in former lives. But the energy in it is that you yourself were always present in all those forms. You were the observer, seeing all those forms of you, trying to get the best out of it and to be good, and or maybe you were a thief or a murderer. Probably you have done it all. And now, at the end of the circle, it will not start again. It will open and it will be finished. And the energy here in doesn't need another body to find that out. So this form is the last, and it will not take so much longer to be in it. Because what is long compared to 78 years? What is that? A couple of years more or less? It's nothing. But what is left to be here? That time, it will be empty. Empty of a self that wants something. Empty of a separated self that's in need. But there is so much love in this self that it contains the whole manifestation. It loves the whole manifestation, and it's love that expands and vibrates into the universe, because there is never no more a person inside that wants or needs or is greedy or jealous. That died long ago, that person. And what still is alive in this form continues to live eternally, because it never came and it never disappears. But the form around it has done its work. And the happiness is waiting. I mean, the real blowing away happiness. Not this bliss that we feel here on earth. That's ananda, that's bliss. But it's only a little tiny bit of what is reality. Then the body would explode and the heart would stop beating. It would not, it is too much. But as long as the body is here, the love spreads out. It's not personal, it's not my doing, and it's not nothing that belongs to me, but it is me. It is you. It is all that is. Everything that is that love. It's not directed to something, and it cannot be withdrawn. It is beingness. That's love. That doesn't want anything. It is fulfilled of itself. It is aware of its own love spreading out. And it goes around in the universe and turns back to itself and filling up every molecule of the cosmos with that love. That's what is. There is nothing personal. It is all divine being. Happiness, happiness. No words left. Thank you.